Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 56. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, all eyes on the AFC champs. A lot of folks out there in Ohio have waited a long time for this night. What a story. The Cleveland Browns, their first Super Bowl appearance ever.
I would say there are a lot of tears to go with that joy, right? And it's tears of appreciation, tears of patience. As you pointed out, it's been a long time. Remember, this team was 0-16 just 4 years ago. Made it to the playoffs in 2020, got the road win in Pittsburgh, and now here they are in the Super Bowl. And you have to go back to 1964 for their last NFL title, pre-Super Bowl era, when they beat the Baltimore Colts 27-0.
Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's just absolutely astonishing that they'd be back a second straight year. Tom Brady at it again. 2 seasons in Tampa, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and looking to be the first team to go back-to-back since, you guessed it, the Patriots in Super Bowls 38 and 39.
In a lot of ways, it's absolutely amazing how one guy in a sport like football can completely change the culture and path of an entire franchise. He did it so well that all 22 starters signed up again to have a chance to win another Super Bowl trophy. Give him a ton of credit. Tremendous player, better leader.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
Let's face it, we almost feel like we've run out of things to say about Tom Brady in Super Bowls at this point. It's his 11th appearance. He's already got the record with 7 wins, and now he goes for what some think could be his career capper. Back-to-back titles with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This Super Bowl, of course, a second consecutive appearance for this head coach, and it is a short list of guys who have gone back-to-back. Vince Lombardi, Don Shula, Chuck Noll, Jimmy Johnson, Mike Shanahan, Bill Belichick.
Absolutely everything. It's a coach's dream. Obviously, winning one, that should be enough. But everyone wants to win multiple Super Bowls. And let's face it, 4 of these guys are already in the Hall of Fame. And I wouldn't be surprised to see all 6 in Canton before too long. Just getting back.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DK Metcalf with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Returnable for Lockett. Nifty move. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Brady now on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Brady's throw caught here by Metcalf. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. On third down, Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the first down.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Brady's throw there complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs will add to their first-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that'll make the score 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken from just outside the 30. He juked him. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And some room to roam now. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the gun, it's Brady. Flush to his right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Mayfield now, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Handoff comes to Chubb. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give. This is Chubb. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Touchdown! It's complete. Austin Hooper. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll get it down here to the 43. First down carry by Jones. Porter Gust in there to get him down defensively.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a dump off here complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. A run for Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Lockett the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bell sheds him off, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy that can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Brady. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And some space here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 48 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Mayfield off the play fake. Shakes off the sack. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield on play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he completes it to Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 110 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a first down carry by Bell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They hand off to their big tight end, and he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
And not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another first down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go again with Bell. And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Ali Marpet, the guard, caught there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now he'll throw with Brady. It's caught. Lockett. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. On play action, it's Brady. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DK Metcalf with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mayfield's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get the football back at their own 17. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, Haskins. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. Buying time to his left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes, and are playing accordingly.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic 3rd and long after that last sack. Looking to throw. Brady going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now for... And 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught by Hooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Chubb will have the 1st down and much more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 137 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Mayfield on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. On 1st down, it's Hunt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run again with Hunt. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Lockett the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
2nd and 7.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cameron Brate taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Buccaneers are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
Extra point put through by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Now Mayfield and the Browns down by 10. 1:46 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They've got his man complete.
Mayfield to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now Mayfield.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mayfield.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Mayfield.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here's Baker.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.